Study Session 6, Stylistics. Introduction. In this study session, we will introduce you to an important aspect of linguistic analysis, stylistics. It is an important discipline that you will find useful as you study language further. Since this course is introductory, we will only be interested in the major concepts that will help you in attempting stylistic analysis. Learning outcomes. When you have studied this session, you should be able to 1. Define and use correctly the term stylistics. 2. Perform stylistic analysis. And 3. Enumerate approaches to style. Concept of stylistics. Stylistics is the branch of linguistics concerned with the study of style in spoken and written text. It also involves other higher and lower units. It is the analysis of distinctive expression in language and the description of its purpose and effect. Verdonk, 2002. Style is concerned with constituent occurrence in the text. This means that it is not identification of items in a text, but rather what will qualify as the style should be reoccurring patterns in the text. A stylistic analysis covers all the traditional levels of linguistics from the perspective of any descriptive linguistics. In essence, it is a descriptive enterprise. There are 2 broad senses of conceiving style: the evaluative and the descriptive. The former sees style in a critical way, focusing on the features that makes a person stand out. It focuses on a degree of excellence. The latter sense lacks this judgmental approach. It merely describes those descriptive features of the text or author. Both senses, however, see style as the conscious or unconscious choices made alternatives available in a language. Remember the theoretical category of system in Halliday's scale and category. Note: evaluative conception of style focuses on uniqueness, the degree of excellence of a style, while descriptive conception of style merely describes distinctive features of text. Levels of stylistic analysis. Stylistic analysis can be done at the following levels. 1. Phonetic or graphetic level. 2. Phonological or graphological level. 3. Grammatical level. 4. Lexical level. And 5. Semantic level. These are explained as follows. Phonetic or graphetic. This relates to the actual substance, that is, the raw material of language. Phonetics deals with the spoken text, while graphetics relates to the written text. Ideophones and onomatopoeia particularly are relevant here. Type, size, or colors, though non-linguistics, may show in the semantic structure of the text. Phonological or graphological. While phonetics, graphetics deals with the basic phonic or graphic substance of language, phonology or graphology deals with the organization of phonic or graphic substance of a given language. Graphological consideration will include capitalization, spacing, distinctive use of punctuation, lettering size and type. Phonological consideration will include patterns of stress, rhythm, intonation, and pitch. Grammatical. This involves studying the organization of phonology or graphology. Here, morphological and syntactic features of the text are considered. Lexical. This refers to the study of vocabulary, including idiomatic expressions and single words. It concerns why some choices are made in relation to the subject matter. Semantic. This studies the meaning of stretches of language longer than single lexical item. Application of stylistics. Stylistics is useful in carrying out a number linguistic function as discussed below. Stylistical linguistics or stylostylistics or stylometrics. Stylometrics is a field investigates the differences between samples or text and the properties which such have in common. This is an effort towards identifying linguistic universals, what Chomsky calls universal grammar. It may involve count of word, or you say any linguistic item frequency. In essence, it uses a small number of carefully selected textual features to search for this in large body of text. Stylistical investigation is carried out in three major areas. Formal characteristics. This is those features that do not relate directly to meaning, such as word class, source of vocabulary, and the length of words, sentences, or lines. Characteristics that relate directly to meaning. Examples are those sizes of diversity of an author's vocabulary. Detailed study of single word or small set of words. This selection must be regular to be of stylistic relevance. Forensic language. Forensic linguistics involves using linguistic tools to detect criminal. By studying style, one can differentiate between normal language usage of an accused person and the statement made under duress. Stylisticians can notice the style of a person to support or debunk incriminating utterances heard on a tape recording. Approaches to style. Style as a choice. This approach sees style as the choice made by an individual. There are many possibilities in language. If an individual then chooses a particular pattern rather than the others, such constitutes his or her style. For instance, if somebody selects the indicative mode rather than the imperative mood, it expresses a particular idea. We take that to mean a style. This choice is based on purpose and context. Context could be linguistic or non-linguistic. The former means the surrounding feature of language inside a text. This includes typographic, sounds, words, phrases, and clauses, and sentences. The latter refers to features outside the text which influence the language and style of the text. Verdung, 2002, Warburg, 1959, cited in Ethics, 1964, claims that good style, it seemed to me, consists in choosing the appropriate symbolization of the experience you wish to convey from among a number of words whose meaning area is roughly, but only roughly, the same by saying cat, for example, rather than pussy. Style as personality or individual. This approach sees style as revealing an individual. In other words, each person has in mind that an individual is a product of many influences. In the light of this, what is regarded as somebody's style is not entirely his or hers. Some of the ideas belong to the community that has produced him or her. Style is some or the entire feature of the language of one person. Christer and Davey, 1969. In this connection, we talk about Soyinka's style, Achebe's style, and so on. This refers to a person's linguistic idiosyncrasies. This refers to a person's linguistic idiosyncrasies. Tip. The aggregate feature of the language of an individual is the style of that individual. Style as deviation. Style here is regarded as an individual's deviation from the norm of a language. The deviation can be at any level of linguistic analysis. The aggregate of this constitutes the style of such a person. It often features at the orthographical level, e.g., nice for nice, two-face for two-face. Deviation is a form of foregrounding, making something to stand out. It involves breaking the norms of the standard language. Malger and Carter, 2002. Style as a temporal phenomenon. Each age has a particular way of choosing language. The writers of that age tend to use language in similar ways. The style of writers at such an age will reflect certain similarities. This gives rise to expressions like Elizabethan drama, Victorian writing. In short, the period in which someone writes influences and reflects his or her style. According to Spencer, 1964, a writer's style may be regarded as an individual and creative utilization of the resources of language, which is period, chosen dialect, is genre, and is purpose within it offer him. Style as situation. The situation in which a person finds himself or herself determines his style. It means that style varies according to situation. For example, the way language is used at wedding is different from how it is used during burial. There are also some stereotypic uses of language, such as the language of law. The goal of stylistics is succinctly captured by Crystal and Davy, 1969, which says, the aim of stylistic is to analyze language habit with the main purpose of identifying some of general mass of linguistic features as used on every convincible occasions. Those features which are restricted to certain kinds of social context to explain, where possible, why such features have been used, as opposed to other alternatives, and to classify these features into categories based upon a view of their function in the social context. By features here, we mean any bit of speech or writing which a person can single out from the general flow of language and discuss a particular word, part of a word, sequence of words, or way of altering a word. Note: in doing stylistic analysis, the linguistic features need to be related to context. It is then that the relevance of these items can be seen. Study session summary. This study session has been devoted to the discussion of style, we have learned that style, in a restricted sense, means the effectiveness of a mode of expression. Another sense in which style is conceived is its use as literary language. That ends study session 6, Stylistics. Thanks for listening.